Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate this day. You know, as I heard everybody talking, and it just brings back memories of starting at late school. I had a boss by the name of Robert Bellis. The first trip I took the band on, it was Winona, Pennsylvania. I went up to him and I said, Bob, I'm going to Winona, Pennsylvania. I walked out, and I came back and I said, Mr. Bellis, I'm going to Winona, Pennsylvania with the band. I said, I heard you the first time. And this is the kind of administration I always worked with here at Lake Lane. They were always superb. They cooperated with the band program. The school board, teachers, the students mostly, and the band parents. You're talking about super individuals as the band parents. When I moved my percussion section from on the field to off the field, I asked for a cart. And 2 days I had a cart with rubber wheels. This is the kind of cooperation I got from the parents. So we're partners. And there were mentioned about Sherwood, New York. I remember the first trip there. And I remember winning the first trophy the band has ever won. I do remember coming back to Lake Lehman, and there was a cavalcade of cars. We were at Hanson's in Harvest Lake. The cars were still coming in at sunset. This is the kind of cooperation that was done for the band here at this school. You know, I'm not prepared to do a speech. I guess you already surmised that. But the pride and the confidence of the young people, but the discipline was where we started. When I started in the business, we had to be different. For you to be successful in music, you had to be different. You couldn't be the same as. So my first bands marched fast. So everybody tried to duplicate that, but they couldn't do it. So everything we did was different. We, at a halftime show, we raised the American flag amongst the silks and put the Statue of Liberty in the middle of the American flag. But the Statue of Liberty had a gown, a crown, and all her finagle. She did not walk on the field, she appeared on the field. So that was the kind of thing I always worked on, a surprise to the audience. And that's what made the Lake Lehman band. We're talking about the pro games. I remember going down to Franklin Field was the Eagles and Cleveland Browns. I walked in the stadium with 140 people, and the manager of the stadium said to me, Warren Covington is here. If you don't know who Warren Covington is, he's the leader of the Glendale Orchestra. He's going to play T for Two Cha-Cha, where he recorded with his band. Now, so I notice you don't respond to that. Now, can you imagine me telling 100 players that ad-lib E flat T for Two Cha-Cha? And I said to him, I said, well, look, we're not professionals. He said, but this is professional football. So I got together with Warren Covington. I said, we have a problem. And I said, we have to do something. So what we did, we took the percussion and we gave him a Latin beat. And then he played his T for Two Cha-Cha. We did our show, we did our bow, and he played the People Never Knew. So that was another experience. You're talking about another game that we played for was the Eagles in Miami. That, I found out that there was an opera singer going to sing with the Star Spangled Banner with the band at the pregame. So what you don't know, if you're down on the field, you don't hear human beings, you hear a roar. But the problem down on the field is you don't hear the vocalists. So the way we pulled it off, I says, what I did with him, I took a pair of white gloves, I watched his lips move, and we pulled it off that way. But if you weren't prepared for something like that, could have been a disaster. And Jay Rocco sitting here, this young man was up here before. I'm playing with a band, I gotta tell you a quick story. We left here, we're playing in New York. The other trumpet player couldn't make it, so I called Jay up at 4 o'clock in the morning for a bus. I said, Jay, I need a trumpet player. These are my students, right? I called him, I said, I need a trumpet player. He said, Mr. Moss, were you drinking? I said, no, but we met. He came and played with the band and did a very fine job. So that was a well day. We had a good time that day. Let me see, I can't even read my own notes. Parades. I remember going to Washington, getting in that parade, and getting caught in that. Jay Miliauskas was one of the administrators with me. We got caught in that parade, and then we saw all that was going on in it. But we did go back the next year. All the major trips that I ever did, Jay Miliauskas was right there with me. So when I was talking about ministration,